Hey everyone, thanks for tuning into Racers360. We're here at Virginia International Raceway for our detailed track breakdown. Let's get right into it. So here, turn 1, we're going to set up nice apex on the flag stand. Here are the brake markers. See the 6 board there. We're braking just past the 5 board, and it's a hard initial brake, braking along the outside. You really need to check it up. So 5 board braking along the outside. The turn is right here. It's pretty early turn-in. It's a really early apex. So apex is the start of this curve. Right where the colored curve is where we start to apex, and you hold it in because of the camber of the road there. So most important is that initial hard brake and turn in early apex, hold it in where the grip is, and accelerate out. And we're gonna hold it right here instead of turn 3. So all the way right. Now, as I'm getting ready to turn in, my first apex is the first curve on the left, right here. That's my brake point. A soft, long brake to about mid-road, and now I want to bring it back into the apex again. Another early apex, and I want to get the throttle right there. If you can't get the throttle there, you've brought too much speed in. So again, holding it right, setting up, back to the left, braking, light brake, off, roll the speed, throttle, go. Now getting ready for turn 4. It comes at you fast. It's an early brake. Now I use this clip where a Corvette passing me because I'm going to show you that you can throw away essentially turn 4. It's all about the exit of 5 and 6. So checking it up, you would like to ideally get to this inside curve. I don't this lap because I'm getting passed, but I adjust. I hold it left right here. See, I'm about 2/3 to the left. That's where you want to be at max halfway. Next important thing is just nicking this first curve right there. Now look how we use all the road here in the middle, and then it sets you up for an early turn-in for the second part because the road is cambered. You want to have an early turn-in, get down to this curb. You just want to nibble it with the right side tire and use all of the road on exit. It's really important to get to early throttle there because it's a straight line for a long time. So let's get turn 4, checking up early, get down to that curb if you can, 2/3 of the road, nibble this first curb, all the road in the middle, and early turn-in, and then throttle here, use all the road on exit. It's all about getting the throttle there. Now, this next part's going to be tough. It's a lot of rhythm section from the S's all the way to the oak tree. So, S's here. The beginning of the S's is so important. The initial turn-in point's right there at that access road that you see in front of us. As we get to that point, we're going to turn in initially and get down to the first curb on their left. It's all about how you set up the S's initially, what makes the whole rhythm for you. So, let's go here. We're here, initial turn-in, right there at the access road, like I said. Getting down to this first curb. See, I'm along the curb. I'm going to hold it there, then back to the right. Important, this second curb, you've got to use with your hand straight over the top of it. That third part's not that important. The fourth one here, get into that curb, early apex, and then set up for turn 10. See, I bring it back to the right-hand side of the road, about 2/3 of the way over. As the car settles to the crest of the road, you're going to hit the brakes. So hard initial brake, off it, rolling the speed. Another early apex right there at the start of the curve, using all the road on exit. Hustle it back to the left-hand side of the road, braking just here at the 3 board. Now I want one long brake. Don't get back to the throttle until you're going onto the back straightaway here. So hard initial brake, immediately trailing off it. Roll the speed, you're braking, use all the road here. See how I'm using all the road, I've flowed the speed. Then we turn in, late apex here in the oak tree, and now the throttle is applied. That's the perfect oak tree line right there. That was a lot, so let's go one more time through it. Getting ready for the turn here at the access road. There it is, go down to this first curb, hold it. Now back to the right, hand straight over the curb. Just kind of nibbling there, back early over the crest here. 2/3 of the way, braking, early turning again. Nibble that curve, throttle, back to the left, 3 board, braking, trailing, just a toe on the brake, back in, there's the throttle. That's how we get through the oak tree. I've got a great video on trail braking that'll really help you if you watch that and then apply it to the oak tree. Trail braking is huge there to get a good run here. So, again, another long section coming up here, another flowing section. End of the back straightaway, we're going to be braking right past the 1 board. You're actually turning in almost flat, so just past this 1 board is where we apply the brakes, and we're going to shoot for the left-hand side of the road. So immediately bending it in, searching for this curb here on the left. As soon as you can get your left side tire to it, you kind of hold that line. You don't set up too far to the left because it's all about speed into this. Now you hold it right, so you can set up for this left-hander, be as full throttle as close as possible. All about just trying to flow the speed through here. This last section is critical. At the end of this curve here, we start bending it in just a little gently, and it's all about really going all over this first curve. See how much of the curve I'm about to use, and then holding it left, checking up more, and it's going to be getting the throttle right about here. You want to go to throttle as early as possible here because you have a long straightaway, and then apexing here to try to keep it flat. A lot of cars are going to be flat through this last corner. So let's go one more time and back straightaway. One more, braking, immediately turning in, straight over the crest here. You can end up inside, you hold it right. Now back to the left, just trying to hold on. End of this curve, bending it in. All over this curve, check it up a little bit more, and then throttle here as the road compresses. Apex this last corner, and that's the lap around VIR. Hopefully you enjoyed this Racers360 video. Enjoy the rest of the lap, and hope you can check out the rest of our videos.